Welcome back to the channel, Decoders. This is an important video update about just how obvious is they're saying something is going to collapse. The money, the electricity, I don't know what they're saying exactly, but in this video I'm going to show you what happened last night, how it's connected to Damar Hamlin's collapse. Okay? So if you guys remember, on the second day of this year, 1-2 or 2-1, Damar Hamlin, the football player, was hit in the chest and he collapsed on the field. It was a huge Freemasonry ritual. Okay, you had number 33 standing over number 3. It was a huge Freemasonry ritual. Most of you guys know that by now, okay? But Freemasonry's, tied to the dollar and the money. So let me just show you what happened. Last night, on March 7th, another collapse happened, except for this one was completely rigged. But here, let's show it. So a wrestler by the name of Roxanne Perez suddenly collapses after retaining her title at NXT Roadblock on March 7th, 3-7 or 7-3. Okay? Now look at this, guys. The name of this wrestler, Roxanne, and the name of the football player that collapsed on the second day of the year, Damar Hamlin. Damar and Roxanne, almost a direct match. And notice, they both have the 37. Yesterday, when she collapsed, it was 3-7. The score was 3-7 when Damar Hamlin collapsed, and they both equal 3-7. It's so obvious. Okay? There's absolutely no denying this, guys. What are the chances of that? Damar Hamlin collapses when the score's 3-7, and now this girl collapses on 3-7. Okay? Now, remember, guys, that 37 is the 12th prime number, and Damar Hamlin collapsed on 1-2, January 2nd, 1-2. The score was 7-3 or 3-7, no matter how you say it. Now, from Damar Hamlin's collapse on the 2nd, on 1-2, the 37th prime. Okay, 37 is the 1-2 prime. On 1-2, Damar Hamlin collapses with the score 3-7. And 9 weeks and 1 day later, Roxanne Perez collapses, and Roxanne equals 91. And again, almost a direct match to Damar, who collapsed before her. Okay, obvious. Also, notice that in the Chaldean cipher, Damar equals 12. He collapsed on 1-2. He collapsed just days before the year of the rabbit started, which equals 1-2. And again, the score at the time when he collapsed was 3-7, which is 1-2. And again, all going back to what happened with Perez on 3-7. Again, the 12th prime. So she's connected to the 37 and the 12. They both almost directly match each other, their first names. Okay? And again, it happens 91 days, or 9 weeks and 1 day after Damar, and Roxanne, who collapsed on that day, equals 91. Damar also equals 19, which is the reverse of 91. So, again, guys, this is obvious. Now, one more thing with the rabbit here. The year of the rabbit this year started on the 22nd of January, and Roxanne Perez collapsed 1-2-2, like the January 22nd date, after her birthday. She was born on November 5th. She collapses in the ring 1-2 days, going with the rabbit that started on January 2nd, 22nd, 1-2. Next, now I'm going to tie all this to the money system, okay? Now I want you guys to notice something, that Roxanne Perez equals 71 like Federal Reserve and like sudden destruction. Notice that sudden destruction equals 244, Federal Reserve System 244, Roxanne Perez collapse 244, and this collapse of hers happened 244 days before her next birthday. It also happened 123 days after her last birthday, and on March 14th, 1 day before the Ides of March, which is all about paying back debts, it's all about Julius Caesar assassination, on 3/14, it will be the 123rd year anniversary of the Gold Standard Act, where President McKinley signed the gold standard, backing all the dollars by gold. Of course, since that's happened, guys, obviously the gold standard has been removed. But it's crazy that she collapses 123 days after her birthday, and a few days later, on the 14th, Pi Day, it will be 123 years since the gold standard. Okay? Just think about that. Not to mention the 244 days before her next birthday, Federal Reserve System 244, sudden destruction 244, Roxanne Perez collapse 244. All right? Now, she also collapsed 243 days. Okay, 243 days before her next birthday, if you don't add the date, okay? So the 243 is March 24th. I've already made a video about this. If you guys haven't watched my March 24th money video, please go back and watch. Remember, guys, she collapses 243 days before her next birthday. Damar Hamlin, who collapsed before her, was born on 243, March 24th. So Damar Hamlin's birthday is encoded in the days before her birthday. She collapses 243, and Damar Hamlin was born 243. Now, yesterday, when she collapsed, you had the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, saying it's going to be a long and bumpy road with inflation. Stocks fall after Federal Reserve signals more interest rate hikes. Again, guys, this is the same day that she collapsed. I just showed you that her name matches Federal Reserve, okay? And Federal Reserve System matches Roxanne Perez collapse. Sudden destruction, also. The 244, it happened 244 days before her birthday. It's not a coincidence. And just so you guys can see, Jerome Hayden Powell, the guy who runs the Federal Reserve, is a direct match to Federal Reserve. I mean, what's the chances of that? I mean, come on. Now, let's get even more serious. The Damar Hamlin thing on the second day of the year was all about Freemasonry. He collapsed on the field on that day, and then Roxanne Perez collapsed on March 7th at NXT Roadblock. NXT Roadblock, a direct match to Damar Hamlin. Come on, guys. I told you, she collapsed just like Damar Hamlin, and the show that she collapsed on, the name of the show, NXT Roadblock, a direct match to Damar Hamlin. Also, she collapsed again on this date. Now, from her birthday until Damar Hamlin's birthday is 139 days. Freemasonry, 139. NXT Roadblock, where she collapsed, 139. Okay? If that wasn't enough, we have the Ides of March coming up, which is all about paying back debts, the Roman holiday. Also the same day Julius Caesar died, on the Ides of March. Notice, Julius Caesar, 139.85. NXT Roadblock, 139.85. Annuit Copatus, the phrase on the back of the dollar bill, which means favors are undertakings, also has the 185. Freemasonry, 139. Firestarter, you notice all these fires and train accidents, 139. America, 139. It's obvious, guys, that something is coming, okay? March 24th seems like the most interesting date, or even around that time. Doesn't have to actually be that day, but I'm just saying they're telling us, okay? This is not a coincidence, guys. And if that wasn't enough, the Ides of March, which is on the 15th of March, is a direct match once again to Roxanne Perez collapse, 244, Federal Reserve System, 244, sudden destruction, the Ides of March, all equal 244. She collapsed 244 days before her birthday, and she matches Federal Reserve System and sudden destruction. So, guys, I think that I've been very clear. Just, you guys can see clearly that this is a ritual, once again, pointing to some sort of collapse. So anyways, guys, I just want to get this quick video out. I hope you guys are all doing good out there. Please share this with people. Something is coming with our money. Anyways, take care. I'll see you in the next one.